I told you that you could study in Germany without paying tuition, without submitting IELTS scores, and without knowing a word of German? Welcome back, my lovely friends, and thank you for always clicking that play button whenever I share a new video. And if you are new to this channel, thank you for dropping by. I love you. In this second part of my Germany Studies series, I'm bringing you even more top English taught programs you can apply to in 2025 with zero tuition fees, no application cost, and no language test requirements. So come along with me. Welcome to the Degendorf Institute of Technology, DIT. So today we are going to be looking at this university on our list. This is the first one on our list. This is a part 2 of the last video that I shared about universities in Germany that offer English programs. So I got a few of you asking me for more courses. So I have taken out time to do my research to bring you a few more courses that offer English programs without an IELTS and without tuition fees. So we will start with this one. So the DIT is a technology institute. So we'll just take a look at what they require of us. And the first course we are going to be looking at today is Global Public Health, MSc in Global Public Health. So this is the fact sheet for the Global Public Health Master of Science degree, Master of Science, that's MSc Master of Science, and this isn't Global Public Health. A few of you have been asking as well about health courses, so here you go. This is going to be a 3 semesters duration, and also it's called a credit point of 90. It starts in October, and the location is here in Germany. Okara, you can pronounce it if you could. All the best. It is going to be taught in English, right? And the format is in person, so you have to be in Germany. The application is ongoing and it ends in June, the 15th of June. So suitable applicants, students from a variety of different backgrounds in medicine, health policy, and academic health research interested in studying public health, international development, epidemiology, and global public health concepts. Healthcare professionals and older practitioners who want to broaden their knowledge of how to reach the SDG by 2030 and who want to improve health globally. So you know the sustainable development goals, right? That is affiliated to the United Nations. Now, what are the admission requirements? You need to general German university entrance qualification, or please check your eligibility here. If you click on here, you get the eligibility at the dot. If you own an international qualification, you click on the language requirements and we'll go through that so that you could see. And now I will put you through so you can see that you do not need any English language certification. So I'll just show you that. So this is the language requirements for the degree program. There's quite a lot of them. We'll just scroll down. So you can see the following people are exempt from having to provide a certificate. So let's see who these people are. Now for international candidates, right? The proof of completed degree program conducted in English. If you do have a degree program that the language of instruction in your university was in English, if you as an international student, then you are exempted from completing, or you are exempted from submitting any English certification as an international student. So you can see it's a proof of completed degree programs conducted in English, so you are exempted. Now that we have gone through the language requirements, so can also go through some of this, but let's proceed to the application procedure. If you click on here, it will show you how to apply, the steps on how to apply. Then tuition fees, you can see that there are no tuition fees available for this course, and you can tell that it's quite difficult to get a medical course that you do not have to pay tuition. So this is really a catch, and I think you should jump on this one because no tuition fee, no English language requirement. So as an international student, you do not require that, and you're only required to pay service fees for each semester. All right, so if you click here, you'll see the service fee, just a few euro. And then here there's an application for the assessment test. I would show that to you now. So this is the application for the assessment test. Application for admission to the aptitude process, Master of Global Public Health. Right, so you read that and you would have to sign at the bottom of it. Right, as soon as the application has been uploaded in the Primus portal, you are registered for the admission procedure and will be invited to it by mail. The result of the examination will be communicated by written decision. So they would, when you have finished this, you will have to download this and add it to your application documents. You have to sign and write your dates there. So now let's look at how we can apply. So you apply online, you click here. Okay, so it will take you here, and when you would apply down here, but let me go through this with you before you say, oh, but there's an application fee. It's really quite difficult to see a medical course that doesn't have an application fee. So there is a 60 euro application fee. If you are interested in this, you would have to pay this 60 euro application fee. Then don't ignore this one because this is not a tuition fee. Remember, I told you about the semester fee. This is just the 82 euro semester fee. Then the 60 euro application fee. That's all that you need to pay. These are DIT service per semester for your student. This doesn't really concern you. You should just focus on that one per semester. Then to apply, so here you are on this page, you click on register for the online application because you haven't got an account yet. So you register, you enter, you can register for our application portal, your family name, all your information, then you register here. You click on that, it will take you where to register. Then you enter your details and continue confirm your email, your password, just like that. Then there is a verification code. Reset the password, then a short instructions. Just follow it the way I'm navigating through, just like this, right? Then that's the online application help. Just follow the process to the end, and your account is registered. You can log in and return back to continue your application. So that's it for this university. We'll move on to our next university. So the next university is the University of Darmstadt, and we are going to look at, we're on the page for tropical hydrogeology and environmental engineering. So if you are in the engineering faculty, this is a Master of Science, and you can see tuition language is English, so the language of study is English. Now let's go straight down to see what the admission requirement is. So semesters, you've got 4 semesters here, and like I said earlier, the language of instruction is English, and semester starts during the winter. Now you need to have a BSc in order to apply for this course. So you can't use a diploma. An equivalent degree proving geoscientific or civil engineering competences or competences in a related subject on at least bachelor level, like I just said. Then the English is a C1 level English, but do not worry about the requirements for English because I'll put you through shortly. So let's go here to see the formal and language requirements. So we click on that, and it takes us here. The APS certificate of the Academic Evaluation Center. So you know that this is for verification of students that have studied with a Chinese, Vietnamese, or Indian school university degree. So if your degree is from any of these countries, that's when this verification or evaluation center is required. The language requirements for masters. So let's go straight down. We are looking at the English language requirement. So language requirements for degree programs taught in English here. So that's it here. You can see them IELTS, TOEFL, but not to worry, I've got you. So you can see at the bottom here, it says confirmation from the university at which you completed your degree program that English was the program's language of instruction. So you see, you exempted. If you can, submit your degree and let them know that it was in English, that you were taught in English. All you just need is a letter to prove that from your university. Then you do not need to submit any of these language certifications, which I believe most of you are qualified for. Okay, so we are done with this English section. Let's move on to the application process. We'll go straight up here to apply. Now you click on here to take you to the application portal. It brings us here, and here you have to click on token accounts and it will take you to this. Now it has brought you here, and then you create an account. So now you're on this page where you can create an account. You enter your user data, your personal details. Now note that sending the activation email, they will send you an activation email when you have filled all of this out, right? Now it will take up to 4 hours, so you can also check your spam folder if you don't see it in your primary inbox, right? Then when you do that, you can use that activation email, click to continue your registration. So that's it about this university. Really straightforward. And remember, it doesn't have any tuition fee, and also you do not need any IELTS or English certification, and there is no application fee for this university. Let's move on to our next university. So the next university is Tuftung University, and the program of study is International Master in Software Engineering. Now let's take a look at the program requirement. So you can see students with a bachelor's degree in computer science, information technology, computer technology, mathematics, and related fields are eligible to apply. Generally, students with strong analytical, creative, and formal competences and good programming skills are more suited for this program. So you are at an advantage if you've got the skills, but if you studied computer technology, math in your, or IT, computer science in your bachelor's, you could also apply for this program. Now the English language requirement. English language proficiency is required to undertake the International Master's Program in Software Engineering. Sufficient knowledge of English can be demonstrated by a certificate, TOEFL, IELTS, right? Or a German Abitur. But if your prior degree is taught in English, then we need a document of your university stating that your studies have been completely taught in English, and it should be stamped and signed by your university. So what that literally means is that if you studied in a country where you were taught in English, English was your language of instruction for your bachelor's, you can get a letter from your university to show that your language of instruction is English. Then English certificate will be waived for you, so you will be exempted from taking the IELTS or TOEFL. The admission documents, so these are the required documents. You need a bachelor, master, or diploma degree certificate. I think this is amazing because if you do have a diploma degree, and I think in some countries the HND, you can use that to apply for this masters. So take advantage of this because you don't get that in all masters program. So you can apply with that, with your bachelor's, your diploma or HND, and make sure you have all your transcripts and documents must be in English, and if they're not in English, they should be translated. You need your because you're having the English language waived, you do not need to submit an English language certificate, right? You just need a letter from your university saying that you studied in English. You need your CV, right? I also offer CV services. If you'd like me to construct a CV for you, I do. You can check in the description box of this video and I'll do that for you because it is vital, right? If you got your bachelor degree in any of these countries, China, Vietnam, Magnolia, India, you know you need to upload your APS certificate in one of the slots for the English language certificate. So there is a slot for English language certificate, and I know I've got my lovely viewers from this country, so you need to upload your APS certificate. They do not have a separate slot for you to upload your APS certificate, so please take note of that. Now let's look at the application deadlines. Now the application portal opened on 15th of April, and the deadline for non-EU students, so international students, is on the 30th of June. Application can only be submitted through online application portal, so you click on here to apply, right? Then you do not need to just go through a long process. You just click on here, and the fees and expenses. German universities do not have tuition fees. Please take note of that. No tuition fees. The only fees you have to pay to the university are so-called social fees. That's the semester fees that I talked about in my previous universities that I have shared with you. Then they have the FAQ section. You can click on the FAQ section. I usually advise that because then you have answers to questions that you might want answered. So we'll click on this apply now in order for us to apply. So it has brought us here, application for international master in software engineering. So make sure that you fill all this correctly, cross your T's and dot your I's, all right? And make sure that you upload everything. Be careful, go through them over and over again before you do your final submission. And I think you can log out and log in back if you can't complete it at a go. So this is all that you need to know about the completion of the registration. And when you have done that, you click on submit, and that's it, you're done. So note that you do not have to pay a tuition fee, no English language certificate required, and there is no application fee for this application. We'll move on to our next university. So this brings us to the last program on our list for today, and this is from the University of Jena. And remember, in the part 1 of this Germany programs, I actually shared a program from the University of Jena. So today we have another program of study from the University of Jena, which is microbiology. And let's look at the information. The degree is a Master of Science, which is MSc Microbiology. The duration is 4 semesters, and the credits it's 120, and this is going to be taught in English. Tuition fee none. You only have to pay a semester contribution like the other programs, which is 272 euro. Now let's go straight down. So the admission requirements for this master's program, you need a subject specific undergraduate degree, minimum 6 semester, which is 180 credits, or an equivalent degree containing knowledge in microbiology of at least 15 credits. The overall grade of the bachelor's degree must be good or better. So in German, it should be, you should check your grading system of the university that you have graduated from, so the equivalent of the German grading system, and that could be done online to see that it is either up to 2.5 or better than 2.5. Let's look at the language requirement. This master program requires the following language proficiency: a good English language proficiency. So a direct proof by certificate is not compulsory. So what they're trying to say is that you do not need to submit either a TOEFL or the IELTS for this. If you studied in English, your bachelor's, then you can just bring a letter to prove that English language was your language of instruction. So, which is very good. Then the application documents, you require your CV. You can click on this drop down arrow to see the information. It is of paramount importance that you do so. You can see what is required of you. Motivation letter, university entrance qualification certificate. If you do have a diploma or any other certificate, you click on this so that you can see what is required of you. Your university degree certificate, transcript of your records, you click on that. The transcript should be for every other thing that you're submitting. Even though it's your diploma, you need to submit a transcript, all right? And it should have the CGP of your courses in the transcript, so take note of that. proof of relevant work experience. You click on that. Is should you have obtained subject specific work experience, you can upload corresponding certificates in order to support your application. So it is not mandatory. That is why it's optional. If you do have it, you can, but if you don't, then nothing to worry about. Now, proof of subject specific practical experience, same thing. It is not mandatory, so it is optional. If you do have a specific practical experience, you can upload it. Say, for example, you have carried out an internship during your study, you can upload it if you do have. But if you do not have it, there's nothing to worry about. You are still qualified. Then you click down here. This is of paramount importance that you pay particular attention to this. Successfully pass the qualification test to obtain the required certificate of achievement. The test is designed for all applicants for the master's program microbiology. The test questions relate to basic knowledge in microbiology, which is essential for the studies at University of Jena. Use this test to check your level of knowledge and find out whether you are sufficiently prepared for the master's program. So you click in here to find out how to assess the test. This test is to be passed before applying. So you need to pass this test before you start applying for this program. Please do not use your mobile phone to take the test. Do not use your mobile phone. Please take note of that. But your PC or a laptop, if you do not have one, you need to go borrow. So you do not have to do that on your phone. The test can be performed here. If you click on this place, it will take you to where you will carry out the test, and when you pass, the results of the test will be attached alongside your documents during the application of this program. Additional application documents for international students, you can see the translation of foreign application documents, your proof of grading system. Like I said, you click on the drop down arrow so that you can see that certificate APS, that is for applicants with degrees from India, Vietnam, or China. This must submit the original APS certificate issued by the German embassy. Then the university entrance examination. So let's go ahead to apply for this program. So here you see download for the master's program. You have to do it here. Application via Fredo link. So you click on there and it will take you to this page. So master's application, everything you need to know, you can read it up. Application for master's program, you read it up. So you need to use this. You click on there and it takes us here. Make sure it's in English, German English, make sure it's in English, right? So to your left, you click on apply now and it brings you here registration. You scroll down and make sure that you follow all of this. Cross your T's and dot your I's. Enter your last name, your first name. Make sure that you enter everything correctly. Your contact details, the country is going to be your home country, not Germany. You change that. You enter your password and make sure you enter a strong password. You can follow their instruction. Then you enter the security query. You enter the security query, answer it. You answer this one. You click on here. Then you register here. So when you register, it will take you to the place where you will then enter your details to log in into the portal where you can start your application. So basically that's how to navigate in applying for this program of study. And remember, this is tuition free. You do not need to pay for application fee and you do not require an IELTS certificate.
If you found value in this video, don't stop here. Check out the next one that will be displayed on your screen shortly about a part 1 series of this German study where I brought you some universities in Germany where you do not have to pay tuition, you do not need any IELTS requirement, and also you do not need to pay application fees. Also make sure to subscribe to my Telegram channel for real-time scholarship updates. And if you are not yet a part of this wonderful family, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe to this channel by hitting on that notification bell so you would always be the first person to get notified whenever I share a new video. Follow me on Instagram for more scholarship opportunities and TikTok for more daily tips and success stories. And if you get selected for this opportunity, please let me know. I absolutely love hearing your testimonies. That's what this channel is all about. Until next time, think big, think success.